and welcome to class of the biology. Today we'll discuss chapter 2 of class 12th, sexual reproduction in flowering plant. In the last chapter we have discussed what are the various modes of reproduction, that is asexual, the vegetative and the sexual mode of reproduction. In this chapter we will study about how the sexual reproduction takes place in flowering plant, how the plants are involved in producing, giving rise to new generation through sexual reproduction. As you know, the flower is the reproductive part of the plants. When the plants, when it's grow from the seeds, it's become mature on its and passing to the juvenile phase. The plants bears a flower. So the plants also passes from the juvenile phase to a reproductive phase. Reproductive phase is marked by the presence of flower. There are various types of flowers are present in the plants. Why the flowers is considered reproductive part of the plant? Because flower contains the reproductive unit. It contains the reproductive structure. You might have studied in lower class. That is presence of stamen and pistil carpel. Male part, that is the stamen, and the female part is the pistil or carpel, which produce reproductive gametes, which is necessary for the fertilization. That is the transferring of the male gamete towards the female gamete. So flower is considered to be a reproductive structure present in the plants. So let's begin. What are flowering plants? Flowering plants, you have studied in your class 11. The flowers are present in, especially in the angiosperm. Angiosperm is a plant, also known as flower-bearing plants. The plants which bear the flower. In some, this feature also exhibited in some gymnosperm, which have flower, but mostly it is the angiosperm which exhibit the produce a flower. In the flower, there is a female and male part both. Very important. Flower is important for reproduction because it produces seeds. The flower, when it's fertilized, it produces seeds. It produces fruits. Seeds are produced from the ovule and fruits are from the ovary, which you have studied in your lower classes also. This is mostly found in the female reproductive part, that is pistil and carpel. Female part is called pistil and carpel. If you take this, now this is a feature, as I told you, this is a feature of the angiosperm, that is plant with covered and protected seeds in fruits. In the case of gymnosperm, the flower, the plant, the seeds are not covered, but in the case of gymnosperm, the seeds are covered. They are enclosed inside the ovary, or rather you can say the seeds are enclosed in the pericarp also. Flower, as a time immemorial, you have seen the symbol for religious, emotion and social aspects. This can be used variously. It is used for religious purpose like offering to the gods, doing the prayer. Emotion convey the emotions, like when they give you a gift, when the person somebody's birthday they will give the bouquet. So various social aspects the flower is being used. Now, next, what is horticulture? It is cultivation of vegetable and fruits, which have great importance, that is commercial importance. Floriculture, cultivation of flower, so production of large number of flower, which is a very much economical important. That we do the cultivation, producing this flower and the fruits on large scales. Commercial is utilization that we manually it is being cultivated. So horticulture and floriculture. Next, flower. Parts of flower which enclose male and female parts, reproductive parts. It comprises, as you have studied in lower classes, the flower comprises of 4 parts. The outer 2 whorls and inner 2 whorls. The outer 2 whorls is called the accessory whorls. Inner 2 whorls called necessary whorls. The outer 2 whorls are what? That is the calyx and corolla. Calyx is green color, corolla are colored. The function of this calyx and corolla is to give protection and also help indirectly in the reproduction by attracting pollinator. Calyx are green in color due to containing chlorophyll. They can do the process of photosynthesis also. Now, the next two world is called the Androecium and Gynoecium. These are necessary because they produce the reproductive gametes, which is directly concerned with the reproduction. Androecium is the male part and Gynoecium is the female part of the flower. We will study these words in detail. Like, word is the arrangement of the calyx and corolla in the flower. The outer is called as a single unit is called as sepal, and the collectively is called the calyx. Interior is called as a sepal. Function of word: protects the flower in bad conditions, photosynthesis, sometimes pollination. So as told you, corolla, you can see corolla, petals, attractive and so facilitate pollination, and secretes present as a basal gland and secretes nectar. Androecium, male part, single called stamen, male reproductive unit producing the male gametes in anther and stamens. Means the male part contains the uterus. So there is three part of the anther or the stamen, that is anther, connective, and this stalk. So in the anther the pollen grains are produced. Gynoecium, the female part, that is unit called pistilocarpal, female reproductive unit producing the egg cell or ovule inside the ovary. So these are of the flower which is having this four walls which are directly concerned with the reproduction. Now we will discuss the male reproductive unit, that is called as androecium. It comprises of stamen as two part, filament, that is stalk, and upper having the on this stalk the structure is called a bilobe structure is present, that is called as the anther, and these two are connected with a small tissue that is called connective. So to anther and filament, that is bilobe structure. Lobes, that is sacs, separated by connective tissue. Each lobe has two theca, two space. Each theca has one microsporangium. So each theca has one microsporangium. In the microsporangium, microspores are produced. Later turned into pollen sac. Total microspores 2 into 2, 4 microsporangium. So if we talk about the typical in one anther, how many microsporangium there? 4 microsporangium. Bilobes are in lobe. In single lobe, there is presence of 2 microsporangia. Now there will be 4 microsporangia. So as it contains 2 lobe, that is called a ditheca. Transfer section of anthers. If we take this pollen, if we take the anther and cut this transfer section, we will get this pattern of the transfer section in the anther. Let's see what are the we will get things. It's very important for the board examination. Sometimes it's asked to draw the diagram of a transfer cut section of transaction of anther. So let us see. In middle there is a connective to which the anther is connected. Outer is epidermis. Inner layer is called endothecium. Protective, help in digestion, rupturing for pollen energies. Middle layer, ground tissue is there. Tectum is there, which help in nourishment to the developing pollen grain. And that is sporogenous tissue is present at the four corner, which produces the spore, that is the pollen grain. Tissue comprises of all tissue, dense cytoplasm, many of which come to myocytes forming pollen grain. In case of sporogenous tissue, in middle there is line of dehiscence, longitudinal suture, through which through this side the pollen grain get dehisced, ruptured to liberate the pollen grain. You can see this line of dehiscence, through which the pollen grain is released from this. So this is the transfer section of the anther. that you have to draw in your copy also. Now, microsporogenesis. What is microsporogenesis? The formation of pollen grain from pollen mother cell, PMC, shortly it is a PMC, in microsporangium. That is called as, how it is produced? It is produced by the meiosis. That is called as the microsporogenesis. Microsporangium is present in the microsporogenous tissue, which is present in the four corner of the anther. This is a specialized tissue layer. That is a sporogenous tissue layer, which by mitotic division give rise to a large number of microspores. The microspores undergo meiosis to form spores, microspore tetrad, and separates individual microspores are formed, which are haploid in nature. Microspore cells, which are diploid, and microspores are the haploid. Pollen grain bears the male and female, male gametes, so are called male gametophyte. And they, by the essence of the anther, they release into the surrounding to be encourage pollination, or undergo for pollination. Structure and development of pollen grain, yet very important for your board examination also and practical point of view also. The structure of pollen grain. Pollen is a male gametophyte, microspore. It is lived in form of tetrad, but when they are liberated, they dehisces single unit when they reach to the stigma. So each pollen grain, the structure of pollen grain is, it is made of outer two layers. The outer layer is called exine, which is made of chemically the most biological resistant substance, that exine, that is called sporopollenin. And the inner layer is made of it is called intine, it is made of cellulose. So the exine is thick all around its crown-like structure is thick all around the pollen grain, but at one side it is very thin. That's called as the germ pore, through which the pollen tube emerges out from the pollen grain, which is land on the female part, that is stigma. The pollen grain consists of the generative cell and the vegetative cell. Vegetative cells, the function of vegetative cells to guide the generative cells. Generative cells divide into form two male gametes in the way when it's moved to the pollen, through pollen tube, through the style into the female part. So pollen grain asymmetric nuclear divisions, exine, intine, vegetative cell with the dense cytoplasm for nourishment. Germ pore, generative cells, nucleus, male gamete. So at the time pollen, when dehisces, it consists two cell stages. Sometimes at what cell stage the pollen dehisces, that is two cell stage. Very important note, in 60% of plants, pollen grain are shed at two cell stage, but in 40% plant, pollen is shed in a three cell stage. But mostly it is asked in the competitions, how many cell stage pollen dehisces at the two cell stage. In this, the male nucleus and generative cells further divides to form two male nuclei are undergoing for syngamy and other triple fusion that we'll discuss during the process of fertilization. As I told you, exine, outer part of the pollen grain made of sporopollenin, which is most resistance organic material, biological substance. Inner coat made of cellulose and pectin, relatively softer. Germ pore, sometimes what is germ pore? The part of the pollen grain without sporopollenin, and thus provide an opening for male gametes to enter pollen tube after pollination. What is the important feature of pollen grain? Let's see. What is the important pollen? The important feature of pollen grain, highly resistant due to the presence of sporopollen, act as allergens, causing allergic reactions, skin rashes, irritation, sneezing, headache, are reservoir of nutrient and so consume as nutrient supplement. So it's consumed nutrient. Sometimes it is recommended by doctor also to take the pollen grain of some, which is used in nutritions, along with some mixed with honey, treatment certain disease, to cure certain disease recommended the doctors. We will discuss now. Next is the female reproductive. We will discuss in the next lecture. Prior to that, please go to the first topic of male part of the flowering plant. Try to draw the diagram of pollen grain and try to diagram of the transection of the anther in a copy. Thank you.